Right. Actually, this is actually a good segue from one absolutely manly thing or full of testosterone to another thing. We are going to do something a little bit different on the podcast this time round, and we're going to swap things around slightly. Usually, at the end of this podcast, we usually do something like topic of the week or the overall topic discussion thing. But I'm realizing now that we just ramble on into nothingness because we sort of seem to lose the point. So I'm thinking to myself, what can we do? And I got it. We're doing something called the debate. The debate is basically where each one of us has to defend a movie for what kind of question I'm about to launch out. For example, if it's something such as the movie with the world's dumbest horror villain, for example, each one has to pick a film out separately and then tell us why that is the case and defend it to its utmost end. It doesn't have to have an overall finish or conclusion, but it comes up with something interesting. And we've got one which I think will cause a lot of debate on our sides and something we can come up very easily. We want to debate to figure out what is the most manliest Arnold Schwarzenegger movie ever made. So, let's launch it out there first. Let's start off with the individual. Let's start off with you guys. So, which ones do you think is the most manliest Arnold Schwarzenegger movie ever made?
Jake, what's your view?
Predator, blatantly.
Yours is Predator.
Yep.
Okay, why Predator? Let's give us the
case.
Give us the case.
Right, because you got Jesse Blaine, you got all those manly dudes, all in a big team together, except for Hawkins, who dies first. He's a bit of a geek. But the rest of them, look at the size of their biceps. And Schwarzenegger outlives all of them, including Billy, who's that like self-sacrificing Red Indian guy. It set up the stereotypical team for every action film afterwards, didn't it? Really, the geeky guy, the Red Indian guy, the black guy, the Arnold Schwarzenegger leader type guy. And as well as that, he beats the Predator barehanded. There is no arguing with that. He outlives everybody else. He beats Predator first-handed, like barehanded. He sets up traps. He lights something on fire and shouts into the wind for a little while. And he gets to the chopper.
Get to the chopper! I have to say, in Predator, the manliest person there, at least the manliest thing in the movie, is actually the bit where is with the Native American Indian, where he's running, and he stops halfway through a bridge. He rips off whatever the top of he is. He rips off his top and then just cuts himself.
Which is, yeah.
It's like, I am so manly and butch, look at my ripped biceps and chest. I'm so manly I can cut it without feeling a flinch.
And then he gets his skull ripped out.
Yeah, but it's so fucking better, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Manly, but utterly stupid. And
very true. Okay, Predator is a good defense. Predator is a very manly movie in its natural overtones. Okay, Jack, how about you? If he said Predator, how about you? What do you think is the manliest Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
It's a tough one, but I think I've got it.
Go for it.
Now, you're going to have to roll with me on this one. His manliest film is Jingle All the Way.
What?
You have to explain this to me. Go on.
Right, you're obviously going on the thing of he's manly because he's wild, he's kicking shit out of people, but no, I see a different view. You've got Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's always missing his kids' stuff because he's providing for the family and whatnot. That's manly. He's the man of the household. Fuck that his kid's got a football game. He'll grow out of it. But then, just for Christmas, he shows the ultimate manly thing and goes, fine, I will get you that toy to prove how good of a father I am to you. A man would do that. A woman wouldn't.
Okay. But I have to admit, though, it's quite manly the fact that, number one, he's doing a comedy, which is quite ballsy of him, to say the least. And he does beat up a shitload of elves and Santas.
Yeah. Only a man would beat up Santa. A woman wouldn't do that.
Are you just going to keep referring to the fact that women wouldn't do things?
Well, yeah.
Okay, anything else about Jingle the Way that classifies itself as being extremely manly?
I mean, he's just sat there, you go, he becomes Turbo Man. He has man in his name. Well, a woman wouldn't do that. I mean, who would buy a doll? Who would buy a doll or an action figure called Turbo Woman? Wouldn't you feel so demasculated by that? I mean, you can't... There's only one woman action hero, and that's Sigourney Weaver. No one else has come close.
All right, then. I agree with that. Okay, but there's one thing about Jingle All the Way I always find has always been quite manly as well, is that it's basically his own temperament, and it's him basically trying to doing however fucking stupid it is to get this toy for his little kid. Like especially in his fucking when he's in the suit and he gets on a fucking jetpack and he flies up there to try and beat up. Is it Sinbad? You know Sinbad, that guy.
Yeah.
That tool.
He's not a man.
He wasn't a man. Arnold Schwarzenegger's a man for wearing really tight lycra plastic suit as well.
Yeah. I mean, just to show off his bulge. I mean, a woman wouldn't do that. and then he clearly, going against political correctness, because no man adheres to political correctness, beats up a black guy.
Several times. Okay. So are you sticking with that defense? Jingle All the Way for you?
Jingle All the Way, because it's not manly. I mean, he does beat up people, but it's manly for the fact that he's a true man, not a muscle-bound idiot of a man. He's a man trying to make his kid happy, and that's perfect father material.
Oh, that's so sweet. Makes me nauseated. I have one. I got mine. And mine, I think it's probably a simple one, but for me, out of his entire filmography, the manliest movie he has ever done is Commando. It will always be Commando. And the reason why is just, number one, the female character is actually an absolute moron. For example, basically showing that women cannot hold firearms as she holds a rocket launcher the wrong way round.
Simple woman mistake.
Number two, it proves that he's the manliest thing ever. There is a sequence which makes no logical reason why, but it's just designed to show how butch he is when the plane lands in the middle of the ocean, go onto the island. But you know, he gets on the ding and he gets all his equipment and stuff. But you're thinking to yourself, why is he wearing nothing but a Speedo? Why?
A woman wouldn't do that.
There is absolutely no reason why he's in a Speedo, except to show off to the world that he used to be Mr. fucking Universe. And he's there oiled up and greasy as he goes slowly but surely going through all of these dingy and then he reaches up into the fucking island. He's on the island and he gets to the island and he's grunting away, and then you have the instant manliest thing ever. Him slowly but surely, in slow motion, putting on all his equipment, and you can see every single manly bulging...
Tooling up, as it were.
Tooling up, as it were, exactly. He's tooling up, and he's putting on the bandana, he's putting on his guns, he's putting on his war paint, and technically, you say to yourself, why do it there? Couldn't you just do it on the fucking plane? Why do this? No, this was designed to show off how manly this man really is.
In the alternative ending, he's going through that and he gets shot and dies.
Oh, shit. Because getting dressed like that takes a while. You know, why go onto the island on a base full of fucking people that could kill you? You're on the beach, you hide into a fucking cave and get dressed. Someone could clearly come in and say, "Oh, what the fuck you doing? Naked in a Speedo trying to put on a gun." Bam. But no, he doesn't do that. You know why? Because his manliness repels. His manliness has the ability to put in a fucking bubble to protect himself from the bajillion of men that he actually kills off single-handedly. Like, fucking single-handedly. I mean, in that fortress, where he's going into the fucking fortress, how many people does he kill so easily? It is stupid. He just walks in with a gun. He's not even aiming anymore. He's just flinging the gun all over the fucking place.
Most of them don't even get shot. They just know it's him and die of fright.
It's true. They just fall over and just fuck it. And another one. One of the arch nemesis. The arch nemesis has the biggest, manliest mustache.
So you can't get more manly than his mustache, I'm afraid.
But here's one thing about him as well. It's not just a mustache. When filming it, in one take in that giant fight sequence, the man broke his hand. He broke his arm while there was filming on the very first take. But they didn't have time to do it. So you know what? He was so manly, he did the entire rest of the fight sequences with a broken arm.
Oh, yeah.
That is manly, ladies and gentlemen.
A woman wouldn't
do that. True. That just shows to me how manly this thing is. And as well, at the same time, Arnold Schwarzenegger in the rest of that film does not obey authority in any sense of the word. I mean, half the time, if a regular person would call the police half the time. But no, instead of calling the police for help, he beats up the police. He beats up not only the bad guys, but he beats up the authority. He could have him help him. Because I am so manly, I don't need help. So basically, for me, Commando is the manliest movie he's ever done for all those fucking reasons.
Well, I see. So, we're at
Right.
an impasse here.
Right. What do we all agree on? Can we agree on one movie if we can come up with one?
Well, I don't like mine. I like yours because you obviously thought about yours scarily amount. But Jack's has pretty good logic behind it. So I'm stuck in the middle of yours too.
All right. Okay. Jack, would you still defend yours, or would you go with mine, or would you go with Jake's?
Mate, he's not a pervert, he just wants a Turbo Man doll.
I'm sorry, I still have to stick with my guns and say Commando is the manliest one there is, because there's so many levels of pure homoerotic testosterone and just excuses to show off his manliness that I can't defend it. So I can't defend it any more than how much I said it. So, yeah.
Jake, it's up to you. I mean, you can do what you know is right, or you can be Joseph Fritzl.
Oh my God, why do you do this to me? Also, folks, I've got to apologise because once again, the three of us have managed to get together and just been offensive to people, which always ends up happening.
But come on, it's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, if three women got together, they wouldn't do that. I should stop saying this because it's going to get dull really soon. But
one wouldn't do that. But anyway.
Right, I'm going to go with you, Jack. I'm going to go with your logic.
Hoo-yah!
I'm sorry, but now that I think about it, being nice to your family is pretty damn manly.
Yeah. I mean, most men, you can be proud in private, as most men are, because you never tell your kids how proud of them you are. If you're a real man, you're always proud in private.
Oh, God. Have you two wussed out on me? What's going on here? Grow your testicles, people. Come on.
I have got more.
We're sentimental.
I was about to say something really bad there, but I'm going to leave it.
Leave it.
No, it wasn't towards you, Jake, and it wasn't towards Johan. It was just a personal statement, and I realised how it was manly, but not in the right way.
Ew.